What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, I thought I would just update you guys on this morning's video. I feel like there's definitely some confusion going on within this morning's episode, and I just feel like coming on, I had some time and just addressing what it is that's going on here, and that everything is still going the way it's supposed to, and everything is still going according to plan. So definitely don't feel upset or concerned that we're seeing a very small correction in the market. Earlier today, I did put out a video basically saying, and hopefully you guys can read this clear, XRP weekend breakout. Today is currently Friday, so we have quite a few days left in the weekend. Granted, the weekend hasn't even started yet, so that's the first thing to address for everybody that's a little confused. So I said we're gonna pop in regards to the fact that it's the weekend breakout. And then if I zoom in a little closer, if it lets me, you can see that we addressed bottom support from falling wedge breakout. We're looking at a falling wedge. You can see we haven't completed the falling wedge inside our falling wedge pattern right here. We haven't hit the target, as I've circled clearly, which would also reference a swing to the upside here. So that's what we're covering in today's video, kind of readdressing this, making sure everybody here is on the same page, and so on and so forth. Also, guys, today's video is brought to us by We Are the Walrus, which is a new NFT drop. So definitely make sure to check it out. They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that their mint date was going to be tomorrow, as you can see here, between 1 and 2 p.m. UTC time. So definitely make sure to check it out if you're interested in these new NFT projects here. You guys can see, I know a lot of people here are currently into NFT projects, so I just wanted to make sure everybody knew about this one here. We Are the Walrus. You can see the time, it's just less than a day before they launch here. So check them out. I have linked them down in the description below if you would like to check out We Are the Walrus. Once again, their launch date is tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I have linked them down in the description below if you'd like to check them out earlier. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and let's dive into today's episode. All right, guys, so we are going to be dissecting today's video that I made earlier this morning. As you guys can see, I do have this pulled up. But first, I just want to show you guys what exactly we're dealing with here within most of these cryptocurrencies. So markets are definitely down. We're starting to see a very small, and this is a very small reversal to the downside here. Most markets are down by 5.8% right now, all the cryptos. And you can see it's a very small decline. We also very specifically said, if most of you watched this morning's video, that we could very well see a correction to the downside here. As we said in yesterday's episode, that we had to tweak these charts ever so slightly, as you guys can see, that they were inside falling wedge patterns here. We still have a target at point D that we need to head to, but in case we correct lower, there's still a target at point D. Now, I've already bought into these cryptos. I've already bought into XRP and Ethereum and Bitcoin, as just a few days ago, we had our falling wedge pattern, more so like this, hinting that when we broke out here on November 30th, that we had broken out of the falling wedge pattern. But after a few days, we decided to move this slightly up to basically reassure ourselves that, hey, maybe we didn't actually break out just yet. We still have this falling wedge pattern in. I am in no way worried about any of these markets in the slightest. We talked about how it'd be very interesting if we decided to break out of these falling wedges earlier than we had expected, which would be the reason why we would see a potential break here, swinging us up to point D. But ideally, what we were looking for was a break back down to point C here, and then seeing a rally back up to point D. Regardless, I can very much almost, I don't want to guarantee, but I very much think that we're not going to be breaking through point C here on XRP, and we'll immediately see a reversal. And this also falls into some of these other cryptos, Bitcoin. And I'm actually very excited here because these are showing huge signs of opportunity to buy in. And that's why I said, as we did in this morning, we needed the weekend to gauge ourselves as to whether the breakout's coming. So I'm very excited to see that Bitcoin did fall. This is a good sign. You guys have to understand, this is a healthy movement that will hopefully allow these prices to head up higher, because as we said earlier, we need these falling wedges. Each time these falling wedges tend to fill up, they hit bottom support right here at this trend line, and then they break out. Once again, literally the last breakout we had within Bitcoin here was us falling down, retesting moving averages, and hitting our bottom support on this green uptrend, and then seeing the break to the upside here. So once again, we discussed in clear detail that on Bitcoin, if prices were to correct lower, which was expected, yes, we are being held by this support, and we are hoping to stay above here for an early breakout to the upside here, but it would still potentially see a swing back down to retest bottom support, and then see the reversal back to the upside. So regardless, I had bought in here, and I do plan on buying another position here to dollar cost average in the event that it takes a little bit longer, which we're starting to see, correction back down to bottom support at our target, and then a reversal to the upside, which is expected. And this is good. It actually came earlier than I was anticipating. I thought it would play out earlier in the weekend, but with this hitting bottom support here at a good target, we'll see if we hold and close here, we should be able to then see a break above the falling wedge. That's pretty much what I've been saying for all of this morning's video. And as you guys can see here, just pulling this over really quickly so that we can all see the targets. I just wanted to show you what it was that I had drawn here, if it lets it play out. Hopefully that's it. Maybe it'll draw it in. Yep, that's our target. And you can see from the starts, let's see. Yep, just like this. Okay, so here it is. This is exactly what I'm referring to. Earlier today, if you watched the video, almost immediately into making the video, we said that we were looking for a correction to the downside here, retesting point C, and then seeing a reversal back up to point D. Now, XRP, as you can see, is pulling back down currently to point C, which hopefully is quick, and then eventually we'll see that swing back to the upside here. So Ethereum might take a little bit longer. Hopefully it doesn't, but maybe we'll have another day or two the weekend to fill this out here at point C, which we're doing right now, correction to here, and then we'll see the breakout to point D. As you can see, I'm very excited that this is also playing out, because this means that we are completing what appears to be our major Elliott wave here that you can see on XRP's daily, and even better on XRP's weekly here. Look at how obvious this is. We have a beautiful Elliott wave forming here. We had a beautiful retest at point A. We had a beautiful retest at point B, looking for point C here, and then we'll see point D as the next target. It has panned out very well since early January. It actually started at right in the beginning of this year. So we are looking for a retest of point C at bottom support, just like we saw at point A here, and then seeing that flip back up to point D. So I don't know why some people are getting very upset that we're seeing markets swing a little bit lower today. I mean, if you guys are this emotional about movements like this, you might want to not invest into cryptocurrency. That's kind of my opinion on this. This is beautiful. I mean, for the 4 years that I've been in crypto, this is nice that we expected here. I was just explaining that there's a possibility of seeing an early breakout and how to prepare for that, and that there's no problem buying in here with anticipation of point D. If you had a stop loss lower, you would have been totally fine. But regardless, this is another huge buying opportunity that we will be buying into very soon in anticipation for a run to the upside. So I'll also let you know when that buying opportunity approaches itself and shows itself. But for right now, let's let these markets play out. Let's have this small little dip that everybody's so worried about happen. We showed it right here in early this morning, what the pull to the downside would be, and then seeing the swing to the upside here. I believe I've also probably said it on the other cryptos. Yep, right here. This is Bitcoin that we discussed. You can see the movements here. This is the next target for Bitcoin that we expected. So first break hit bottom support. Second one hit the bottom support on green. We're looking to complete the gap here to the next bottom support, and then see a breakout to the upside here. So once again, we have not completed the falling wedge pattern. Video was made early this morning to discuss how we needed to fill in the gap here, but in case of an early breakout, we've already bought in a couple of days ago. We're waiting to ride this up, but even then, there still is a huge opportunity for us to complete this, which is why I made the video saying over the weekend that would then see the rise to the upside here. So we're literally just filling in the gap of this falling wedge pattern here. I mean, I'm not too sure why everyone's freaking out, but we need to see this retest here. This is amazing. Like, I don't understand. It's not a bad thing that we pulled downwards. This is not an unhealthy correction. This is not a dump. This is literally us filling in our third falling wedge. I mean, this is textbook movements here. Falling wedge breakout. Falling wedge hits bottom support breakout. We're filling in the gap here of this falling wedge. Good thing we didn't break out early as we thought we could do, but now we're filling in this gap here, which might take the weekend, and then we should see that big, juicy pump to the upside here, and we'll make a lot of money. So I don't know. Whether you want to get upset over the dip is up to you, but I mean, things look great. I'm happy. I'm making money, and you guys hopefully are too. S&P 500 took an immediate reversal. I wasn't expecting that. I thought this might have been the bottom, but regardless, totally fine. I do believe we should be nearing the bottom, and hopefully Monday we should start to swing back up. But otherwise, guys, I do want to talk a little bit more about We Are the Walrus with you. I want to give a huge shout out to We Are the Walrus for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything that you can't afford to lose. So guys, at this point in the crypto universe, everyone should be quite familiar with NFTs, although I still feel like there needs to be some more clarification. So for those that don't know, non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, are the latest cryptocurrency phenomenon to go mainstream. Now, NFTs have suddenly captured the world's attention, and in the simplest terms, NFTs transform digital works of art and other collectibles into a one-of-a-kind verifiable asset that are easy to trade on the blockchain. And although that may be far from simple for the uninitiated to understand, the payoff has been huge for many artists, musicians, influencers, and pretty much anyone that got involved in it. And with investors spending top dollars to own NFT versions of these digital assets, it's pretty incredible to see where this world is going. Now, non-fungible tokens are pieces of digital content linked to blockchain and the digital database underpinning cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, unlike NFTs, those assets are fungible, meaning they can be replaced or exchanged with another identical one of the same valuable, much like the dollar bill. But with NFTs, on the other hand, they are unique and not mutually interchangeable, which means no two NFTs are exactly the same. Now, NFTs are typically used to buy and sell digital artworks and can take the form of GIFs, tweets, virtual trading cards, images of physical objects, even video game skins, or virtual real estate and more. So guys, We Are the Walrus is a deflationary collection of digital collectibles, starting with 8,989 big, bold, badass walruses, but slowly deflating to 5,000. Now, this collection, infused with the imagery and genius of the Beatles, is your ticket to ride into an exclusive community of like-minded dreamers, building one of the classic NFT brands of our generation. Now, this NFT collection will be launching on the Solana blockchain, and the mint date is tomorrow, December 4th. And the pre-sale will be at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. UTC, and the public sale will be at 6 p.m. UTC. Now, they have a growing community, as well as their Twitter, Discord, and Instagram, which will be linked in the description if you want to check them out. And what's crazy is the developers even boast to be the next Bored Apes, but only time will tell. Now, their roadmap is okay, and they explain that over $85,000 worth of giveaways will take place once the mint sells out. And lastly, they secured a partnership with a top Solana NFT marketplace called Magic Eden. So guys, their new NFT collection is launching tomorrow, like I said, so definitely make sure to check them out. Otherwise, huge shout out to We Are the Walruses for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.